There were many heroes among the Jewish people that did everything possible to save their people during the Holocaust. However, it was the Nazis that controlled virtually everything, and they were determined to destroy the Jewish people. The tragic result of this meant the death of 6 million Jews in the death camps. One clear and shining example of Jews helping each other was Rabbi Daniel Zion, one of the chief rabbis of Bulgaria during World War II. Rabbi Zion was outspoken in the defense of his people and was often the target of persecution. On 3 occasions, he was viciously beaten by the authorities in front of the synagogue. His mother and sister were present at 2 of the beatings and would later tell people how proud it made them feel to be a Jew. In the early 1930s, Rabbi Zion met with the Bulgarian mystic, Petar Deunov, who told him about Jesus and his simple lifestyle. This greatly impressed the rabbi, and he began to follow the mystic's teachings concerning prayer at sunrise, vegetarianism, and exercise. A great change in his life happened when he was praying at sunrise one morning and he saw a vision of a man. He saw the same vision on 3 different mornings. None of the other rabbis could explain this phenomenon. When Rabbi Zion spoke to the man in the vision on the 3rd occasion, the man told him that he was Jesus. Rabbi Zion then turned to his friend, Metropolitan Stefan, of the Bulgarian Orthodox Church, for answers. Bishop Stefan told him not to focus on Christianity and church doctrine but only on Jesus, and to remain an Orthodox rabbi. Bishop Stefan felt that the church would confuse the rabbi. The dark clouds over Bulgaria's Jews continued to gather. The Bulgarian king had often shown his willingness to go along with everything the Germans wanted him to do. A near disaster was averted in early March 1943, when a secret order to deport 20,000 Jews from Bulgaria, Macedonia and Thrace came to the attention of the Jewish leaders in Bulgaria. The Jews quickly began to take action to stop this travesty. However, their actions did not save the 11,383 Jews that were sent to Treblinka from the territories under Bulgarian administrative control. These poor souls all died at the German death camp. The king later spoke with his family and some friends saying, "I will tell you who those miserable people were, for whom I could do nothing." Those were former Greek nationals from the Thessaloniki region, over which I have no jurisdiction. My hands were literally tied, but remember what I am telling you now, that none of our Jews shall be taken away. I was afraid this might happen, and this is why I took some measures. King Boris never deported the Bulgarian Jews to the death camps, but sent them to the Bulgarian countryside. Rabbi Zion decided to deliver a letter to the king in late March 1943. King Boris was leaving the next day to meet with Hitler, and the rabbi feared he would be forced into deporting the Bulgarian Jews. The rabbi waited for hours in the palace before the king's personal secretary was willing to accept the letter. He told the king that Jesus the Messiah had appeared to him in a vision, and told him to warn the king not to deport the Jews to the death camps. King Boris met with Hitler the next day after reading Rabbi Zion's letter, and refused to deport his Jews across the Bulgarian borders. He told Hitler that he needed them to build roads. After returning to Bulgaria, on April 15, the king met with all the bishops of the Bulgarian Orthodox Church in an effort to persuade them to change their minds regarding the Jews. However, again the bishops refused to go along with the deportation plans. An outcry from every part of the nation to stop the persecution of the Jews swept across the land in the weeks to follow. On May 24, during the national holiday honoring the creators of the Bulgarian Cyrillic alphabet, Bishop Stefan delivered a scathing denunciation of the government and their plan to deport the Jews. He threatened anyone who took part in this with excommunication from the church. Following Bishop Stefan's speech, a peaceful demonstration led by Rabbi Zion marched to the royal palace to swear their loyalty to the king. They were brutally attacked and beaten in the streets. 500 Jews including Rabbi Zion were arrested. In late May and June, all able-bodied Jewish men were sent to the labor camps in the Bulgarian countryside. King Boris was summoned to Hitler's headquarters on August 14 at the Wolf's Lair in Poland. The meeting was a nightmare for the shy and reserved Bulgarian king. Hitler raved and cursed like he was a madman. Again, the king told Hitler he would not deport the Jews or join the fight against the Russians. The king claimed he still needed the Jews for road work. Reluctantly, Hitler agreed because by this time he knew the Bulgarians would not go along with his final solution for the Jews or fight against Russia. 2 weeks later, at the young age of 49, King Boris died. With the king's death, the issue of deporting the Jews to the death camps was officially closed. In 1949, Rabbi Zion and most of the Jews he had helped save immigrated to Israel. They left with no Holocaust memories to haunt and torment them. In 1954, Rabbi Zion was appointed a judge in the Rabbinical Court of Jerusalem. However, rumors soon spread that the rabbi had accepted Jesus as his Messiah. When they questioned him, he explained that he did not believe that Christianity was the true expression of Christ's teachings on earth. He was told to keep his beliefs to himself. He told the Israeli chief rabbi that he couldn't do that. So he was taken before the rabbinical council. When given the opportunity to speak for himself, Rabbi Zion said, "I am poor and feeble, persecuted and vulnerable. Jesus has conquered me, and with the new man, he honored me. He delivered me from the poverty-stricken self with his great love and cherished me. Every day the devil aspires to grab my faith, but I hold on to my encourager and chase the devil away. I stand here alone in my faith. The whole world is against me. I give up all the earthly honor for the sake of the Messiah, my mate." He was stripped of his position on the rabbinical council, but the Bulgarians continued to honor him as their rabbi. He led a 100% Torah lifestyle and a 100% life dedicated to following Jesus. Many churches, organizations and missionary societies wanted him to be a part of their ministry, but he refused all offers. He wouldn't accept money from anyone for his own personal use, and lived a life of abject poverty. When he was given money with no strings attached, he gave it to the poor and the abandoned. Rabbi Zion never locked his doors while he was alive, and after he died, they found nothing of value in his home. He died at the age of 96 in Jaffa, Israel, where he was given full military and state honors. His body was carried by the men of the community to the Holon cemetery, where he was laid to rest. He had lived a wonderful life worthy of the Lord Jesus Christ, who had said, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life, for my sake, will find it. For what will it profit a man, if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what shall a man give in return for his soul?" Until the end of Rabbi Zion's life, he was the chief rabbi of the Bulgarian Jews, who he had saved from certain death during the Holocaust. The Bulgarian Jews fought for their own lives, and because they did, none of them perished in Hitler's death camps.